Hi, hiker, everyone. Hi, hiker. I hope everyone is going fantastically today, because I am. I am having a decent day. Hi, hiker, Andre Pro 1. Hi, hiker. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well, because I am doing well today. Rare Yu-Gi-Oh content? Well, it's not quite so rare. It's actually been pretty common lately. I have been doing a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh streaming. I just haven't been live lately. So, haven't been doing stuff consistently. Also, hi hiker, Burnham. Hi hiker. Welcome, welcome. I am excited because I have decided I am going to do things much more consistently than I have been doing them. And that makes me excited because I like streaming. I like streaming a lot. It's fun. It makes me happy. And it's also something that I can use as an outlet to talk about weird and strange and silly stuff. And also just generally be pretty silly. Yeah. Like, did you know, for instance, I am getting into a bit of a camera kick lately. So, actually first I should talk about my day. My day so far has been very, very sleepy. I have been asleep and woken up and been asleep again. Honestly, it's kind of been, you know, pretty lazy. But it's okay. Being lazy sometimes is fun. And also, I am very bleh. Very, very bleh, as a matter of fact. Now, on to other topics at hand, as I was saying earlier. So, lately I have been getting on a bit of a camera kick. So, the dreaded wet? Indeed, the dreaded wet. It just makes me feel wet when I am not feeling well. But still, as I have been saying, lately, I have been on a bit of a camera kick. I've been getting a camera. Well, I got a camera. And I have been purchasing accessories and stuff for that camera. So that I can take pictures and stuff, like, and do videos. So, I've just been excited to use that sort of thing. Like, you know, cameras. Cameras are really cool for taking photos of big stuff and also for, you know, recording physical video, because that's something I personally have a bit of trouble with, but I do actually want to do. Well, physical video in the sense that, like, you know, recording stuff outside of just, you know. And also, I just want to take some wildlife photos and stuff. It's nice. Wildlife photos are very, very nice. They are fantastically nice and very good. I like photos of dogs as well. I am probably going to take a lot of photos of dogs. Honestly. Photos of dogs always make me happy because I love my dogs. They're very beautiful puppies. Like, very, very beautiful puppies. Both of them are very sleepy all the time though. And I should probably play with them a bit more often than I do. But it's okay. My family likes to play with them as well. But I like them and will play with them more. Yes. Indeed, Berna. Pop, 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 puppies. For some reason, one of those emotes isn't working in the chat preview, but hey, I'm sure it's fine. Regardless, this week I got three things that you probably shouldn't try getting into photography or videography or stuff like that without. First off, I got a tripod. Tripods are very important for stuff like that. Though, I will say, I got a photography tripod. Oh, thank you for the follow, Lucario206. Hi, Hiker. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well today. But anyways, as I was saying about camera stuff, recently I got a tripod, though it's a photography tripod, so I'm probably going to get a video tripod sometime soon. That's not necessarily super expensive, but also isn't super bad. I also got an actual camera bag. The last camera bag I had was an old hand-me-down camera bag from my family. Basically, it was imagine the size of a teeny little Tupperware box. It was kind of like that. This time, though, I actually got a nice, good camera bag. One that's nice and big. It's it's nice, it's well sized. It has a pouch on the front and a top thing as well. I like it because it looks nice and professional. The old camera bag that's also something that I think came with a camcorder once looks old and grotty and not very great. We doing Master Duel today? Indeed, yes, indeed, Lucario. But as I was saying, the old camera bag looks old and grotty and just ruined and everything. It also uses Velcro instead of actual zip-up things. Well, it uses Velcro and zip-up things, but the Velcro doesn't particularly help. The zip-ups, though, those are pretty good, in my opinion. And the new one only uses zip-ups. At least I think it does. Not totally certain. At the same time, it's a cool one. Oh, it's also got a little pouch on the side. 2 little pouches on each side. These things could fit other things that are cool. Cool in them. I like it. Anyways, that thing I got recently was actually excuse me, my brain is... yes, that's what it is. The third thing I got today was actually... And not today. Recently, not today, but pretty recently, was a camera cleaning kit. That is the third thing I got today. I don't know why my brain is so bleh at naming things sometimes. But, seriously, that is exactly what I believe, is probably needed to be the first purchase you buy when you get a camera, not the purchase you buy. Excuse me, for a sec, I may freeze. But anyways, as I was saying, a camera purchase that you want to get first is a camera cleaning kit. It's not several months into already owning a camera and purchasing a second lens. But hey, at least I got it now, so that's good. Anyway, Lucario, I'm sorry. I probably won't be looking at replays today. I think I might be able to incorporate replays into future streams, however. That would be a very good idea. A very, very good idea. It's okay. You gave me an idea for the future, and that makes me happy. Every time someone gives me an idea about something, that is just good. Good in general. But anyways, enough of the rambling. Well, not enough of the rambling, never enough of the rambling, but enough of the rambling about nothing and cameras. Time to do. But first off, I need to change the game capture back to Master Duel because my game is weird. My OBS is weird like that. Oh, Dominus Impulse thing. That's cool. Yes. And here we go! Today, I am going to play Blue Eyes. The new deck you made is Duel Fiendsmith. Oh, that's pretty nice. Duel Fiendsmith is a pretty cool deck. I've tried out Blue Eyes a little bit today, and I've won a game with it, but I'm quite decent at the deck, I like to think. The main reason I don't play it more is, well, because I like other decks more. Other decks are, well, let's just say, very, very good. At least within this thing. Also, the Sky Striker theme. And by within this thing, I mean within the TCG. The TCG has much better decks than Blue Eyes White Dragon. The OCG and Master Duel, not quite so much. So in this case, I believe I'm going Spirit first, so that I can play around an inevitable Max Seed drop and get a draw even before I get Max Seed. If they Imperm or Ash me, that's also fine, to be honest. Yep. That still allows me to go into Seal's Path. Erratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, at least. So set wishes. Yeah, actually, that's right. You set wishes. Wishes search for Sage and for the trap. And then, because this deck is intentionally quite good, I will use my Sage to summon out a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck. I wonder what my opponent actually has here. Do they have like an Imperm or something? Having an imperm would be, like, legitimately fine. If they have Nibiru, that would be annoying. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 summons. And I have Majesty with Eyes of Blue. Uh-oh, that is slightly annoying. I suppose I'll chain Maxi onto that. I don't want to necessarily lose my maiden for nothing at all. So, I drew a Cold by the Grave. This deck is insanely good. So, at this point, it's probably best to actually activate the effect and then leave it up there. Why do I say it's probably best to leave this up here? Well, because I do not want to be end-phase Duelist wormed. That is something that you genuinely do not want to happen in this deck. Oh, they're playing the mirror match. Either that or they're just playing Blue Eyes as an engine or something. Oh, they probably drew Drill Beam if they're playing the mirror match. They would only really search Blue Eyes White Dragon if they drew Drill Beam specifically. Which is very annoying. Or, nope, it's just a barrel. Yeah, they probably already have the Drill Beam. Gonna impound the barrel. I want to put them off of the Drill Beam, even despite the fact that they might actually already have it. Activating Spirit is completely fine. And on activation of Mausoleum, I am going to activate the trap card. Which trap card, you might ask? Well, I mean, there's only really one trap card here, Majesty. Also, I'm gonna Cold by your Maiden, so you don't exactly get it back. It can probably respond. I don't know. Even if you can respond, it's not necessarily like it'll be quite good. I will actually have to search this up though. I wanna... in the meantime, I wanna figure out, like... of course, they have Drill Beam. Not that much of a big surprise, but... certainly an annoyance. The thing for me is... it allows me to... well, basically just... you know... get my own maiden next turn. Sure, you're gonna summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Also, radio tripod. So, okay, I'm not gonna activate anything here. You might activate your True Light, but then in response I'm gonna activate my Majesty, showing you my Blue Eyes White Dragon here. Presumably you also have follow-up, but that'll happen Regardless, I have this in the extra to get this back. And also Nibiru in my hand. I wonder, do they already have another Blue Eyes White Dragon in hand or something? So that's special summoned from the deck. Okay. Good to know. On special summon of Maiden of White, I am going to activate Nibiru, the Primal Being. That's a very silly way of pronouncing it, but you know what I mean. Nibiru, the Primal Being. The token is 25 defense, so I shall simply put it in defense. 5,000 defense. Right. I forgot about that bit. Because it also includes my monsters, which includes this Blue Eyes White Dragon. And yeah, I'm gonna just set this. Set another one. And even if I draw a raw, that doesn't matter because I'll be able to do what I want to. Activate. Discard. I already have True Light, but searching for Maiden. Actually, I want to search for Sage, so I can normal summon the Maiden. Do I have both Blue Eyes already gone? Or am I on one Blue Eyes? That would be a bit silly. So I'm pretty sure I just have both Blue Eyes already gone at this point, I think. Anyways, regardless, it's time to complete the circle. I'm not sure why I couldn't use that on Nib, but it happens. Normal summon Maiden. Activate Mausoleum. Target and chain Maiden to summon back Blue Eyes White Dragon. And the token is a little bit of trouble, but it shouldn't be that bad. They didn't summon multiple times this turn. Yeah, that should be completely fine. Blue Eyes White Dragon in attack position. I have an SP here. But I probably don't want to SP the token. Let me just double check. It's probably just Tyrant, honestly. Also, this makes me consider that I probably should put Black Rose Moonlight Dragon in here. So I'm gonna equip Tyrant. Tribute to summon Tyrant. Tyrant's out now, which means I can go into this. Spirits here. Activate to special back the Blue Eyes. Then attack for massive damage, actually. Actually, no, this first. Maiden first. I forgot how good this stupid deck is. I should probably put a Baron de Fleur in here, actually. Because that is a completely legal card. Even if I take damage, I get to activate the effect of this, set from my Graveyard Majesty. Then main phase 2 I can go for spheres. And basically, this deck is insane. I don't know what to tell you. Blue Eyes is just one of the best decks of all time. Well, not actually one of the best decks of all time, but it's just a very good deck. Just in case you want to use your other barrel, just a quick reminder, I have Spirit's effect to negate the activation of barrel. And there is no longer a barrel here to worry about. I'll probably use seals to bounce first. Then summon a Magnemite, search for a barrel effect, search from deck. Yep. In phase 1. Enter battle phase by seals. Bounce the nib token, seals effect, summons Magnemite effect to search for barrel in the end phase. And also I still get 2 pops here. 2 more pops. And Spirit tag out. And God, this deck is insane, isn't it? But yeah. I think I can understand why people have been complaining about this. Victory? Indeed. Much victory, as a matter of fact. Much victory. Do I have a... I don't have a Black Rose Moonlight Dragon or a Baron in my collection. That's unfortunate. Do I have enough gems to purchase something new, perhaps? That's not quite enough. Still only have 750 or something. 850. Okay. Further more games in the rankings. Dum 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 da 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 dum da da dum dum da dum da 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 dum. I will say, I really do like the aesthetics of this game. Master Duel has a perfect aesthetic vibe. Oh, this is a bit annoying. Okay. I guess in this case I have to raw summon from deck Blue Eyes. How am I supposed... Blue Eyes +1 dragon. Oh, you can only use 1 raw and 1 effect per turn. Could have sworn you could have used both raw effects in the same turn. That is an annoyance, but it is fun. It's fine. Ah, a Fiendsmith Engraver. I am going to activate Called by the Grave on this Fiendsmith Engraver, because Fiendsmith does not deserve to live. Okay. Larry effect is indeed fine. Well, actually, Larry effect isn't fine. I'm going to allow the Requiem through. I should be getting some Fiendsmith stuff for myself, to be honest. You know what? I should probably ash this. Ashing the effective Requiem is always a good thing. Because, damn it. Seriously? Well, I mean, I guess it's 3, so I can't complain that much. But, you know, and yeah, fast game. Snake Eye! What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about that kind of hand? Really? That's just how Snake Eyes is. Free win. Something tells me perhaps this player will not be a free win. The Snake Eye board. Well, at least I opened Wishes for Eyes of Blue this time. As opposed to nothing last time. So in this case, I guess I discard the maxi. Probably want to search the trap and sage? Yeah. Sage effect, sage effect, sage effect. I like sage. I like sage effect. I wonder what card it is they actually have in their hand, because they are telegraphing a response here. Infinite Impermanence makes sense as a response here, actually. At least I have Maiden of White already in hand. Maybe they would have impermed at a different spot. Oh well, doesn't really matter. True Light effect to set. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess the best option here would be talents to look at your hand to prevent you from doing anything that I do not like. Bye-bye, Bonfire. Gonna pass turn here. Draw phase, I will max C. They're probably gonna cross out designated a max C. And they drew the Ash Blossom. Well, at least Ponix isn't that bad comparatively when you think about it, as opposed to Garunix. And by Garunix, I mean Snake Eye Ash. There is indeed a combo you can use to get into Snake Eye Ash with the Ponix, but that's not quite what I think is happening here. Activate, call Imperm, banish Imperm, Imperm is negated, and Ponix grabs a Sanctuary. And Sanctuary is now gonna go on and activate from deck. And that's a Garunix, blah 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 blah. You know, there's probably something to Snake Eye Fire King Fiendsmith, now that I think about it. It's probably not great, but it's at least something. Yeah. It's at least something. Even just Fire King Fiendsmith is good enough, probably. I don't know if this is a Fiendsmith deck though. Okay, zombie vampire, that makes perfect sense. Detach 1 to mill 4 from both decks, and oh my god, that is a barrel. Well, at least I won't draw either of my Called by the Graves. But hey, it happens. If they are on Fiendsmith, I expect them to just link these two away. Seems like they are not on Fiendsmith, which, to me, is a very good thing. Are they on Dark or something? Just link for SP, SP Banish Maiden, or the Barrel Pass? That actually makes a surprising amount of sense. Or Banish the Trap. That also makes sense, but I would much rather banish something else. I draw into many different cards and I win here. Yeah, that is not one of the many different cards that I draw into that I win with. Okay. That is a game. Lost. Perhaps it was not the greatest choice to decraft all my Fiendsmith stuff and craft a Blue Eyes deck. At the same time, I am probably going to try and get my Fiendsmith stuff back as opposed to decrafting the Blue Eyes deck entirely. This hand is insane, though. Like, it's really good. Well, that's one way to win. Again, back on track. Yeah. I love Blue Eyes. Maybe I should change around the deck ratios a little though. I'm probably gonna be seeing fewer Blue Eyes decks around, so cut this. I might cut down on an Imperm. I like 2 raw. 2 raw feels kind of important. Cut down on Nibs because Nibiru is not quite so good when Blue Eyes is not the best deck. But it's okay. I get to play Blue Eyes and have it be more consistent than before. 3 Maiden, 3 Sage, 3 Barrel, 3 Wishes, 3 Lordly Lord, and 3 other things. Okay, this is much better. I'm gonna activate Lordly Lord and search my deck. Maybe I should play 1 Nibiru anyways, though. For a Drill Beam. Barrel. I am not sure why. I guess that's another win. Yay. I think that means I'm 2 away from... Yeah, 2 away from ranking up to Diamond Tier 4. Another game. Another coin flip win. Blue Eyes scares people, they don't want to face it. Yes. After all, it is the ultimate dragon with power. Virtually none have seen this dragon and lived to tell the tale. Or whatever it says. Okay, so I got a 2-card combo of Barrel plus Sage. That is absolutely insane. Activate Lordly Lord. Search for Drill Beam. That sounds like Kybercorp propaganda. A little bit. Droll and Lockbird? Sure. Maybe I should play Droll and Lockbird in this, too. activate to look at hand, I am going to shuffle away your... Actually, this is annoying. I can cross out designated the called by the grave when I get talents to resolve. I think shuffling away the Kiss Kill Frost is probably the best idea here. Okay, so Lordly Load effect, special summon Blue Eyes. Anyways, as I was saying, this is the thing. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. I like her, Ante. I like her. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Also, I don't know why I didn't search for the actual drill beam. I am silly. But oh well, that's how the game goes. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, Shavara effect target a set card? Sure. Oh, they drew Maxi. That is incredibly unfortunate. For you. And this is why I let you keep the Called by the Grave. Because Called by the Grave is at 2. Gave up the roach? Yeah. It tends to happen. Da 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 da. So cross out Shavara to hand. All that's left is a triple tactics talent. This activates. They probably draw 2 cards here, which I have infinite impermanence as a counter for. And they've already used their Shavara effect, so that is the game! Yay! Anyways, gonna put the second imperm in. Or maybe the Droll and Lockbird. Yeah, I'll put a Droll and I'll put a Nibiru. Both Droll and Nibiru are annoying enough that I don't want my opponent to resolve them on me. How brave? Indeed, they are quite the brave one. Or a bold one, perhaps. You thought Blue Eyes did okay under Droll? It does okay. It just kinda sucks if you actually draw anything that's decent. Like, if you mostly need Maiden if you draw Droll. This hand is very annoying. Double Blue Eyes White Dragon, after all. Okay. There is one thing that I'm thankful for, honestly. The one thing I am thankful for is the fact that Mausoleum of White can actually send from the grave. Send to the grave from the hand. Still, regardless. I should probably use Maiden first, actually. Better safe than sorry. If it was only deck to graveyard, it would be rough. Yeah, it definitely would be a bit rough. This actually is probably just Spirit Pass. Set 1. And if my opponent interrupts me, I'm able to go even further. Or I could do this instead and set from deck wishes. And use wishes to discard the raw and search from deck to hand an effect veiler and the trap. And in this case, I probably should have used Wishes with Eyes of Blue, though. Wishes with Eyes of Blue's grave effect is very important when it comes to, you know, just getting through things. So I just have an Imperm, a True Light, a Majesty, branded, Interesting. I wonder what I should do at this point. I think I'm gonna allow that to go through. They're probably on Albalenitus if they're playing a branded deck, which they probably are given that they're playing 51 cards. Yep. And here's the Cartesia. Nope, I'm not gonna use anything here. The Cartesia's probably gonna get met with the Imperm. I actually don't want to meet it with something else. I'd rather Imperm it. Surprised they didn't set Albaz. Yeah, but like, I don't know if just Spirit Path is a good idea to set Albaz into because I have Majesty set. And if my opponent is setting a monster, I'm just gonna Majesty them. That's the way this deck should work. Well, not the way it should work, but you know, the way it does work. Okay, Albaz effect. I'm gonna Majesty here. Hopefully they don't have a Super Poly. If they do, they're likely to reveal it here. If they don't, who knows, really? Dun, 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 dun. So Majesty, reveal engrave and in hand. Super Poly? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Branded occasionally plays Super Poly as a way to like break boards and stuff. It's not the greatest, but it's certainly a card. So I have Veiler and Spirit left. Okay. There's how many left in here? There's one graveyard effect, I believe. So I'm gonna Spirit Negate. Because I assume that Branded Fusion is going to be followed up with that. Because there is no Branded Fusion in the grave. Spirit, here comes Spirit Ultimate. Called by the grave. Bleh. That is annoying. Certainly not the end of the world, but definitely annoying. Wait, right. I should have waited until after, because then I wouldn't be Yep, that is the thing. Open grass in 60 cards is unfortunate. Yes, it definitely is unfortunate. At least there's a branded opening. Branded in white? Are you telling me it's branded fusion there? Oh, wait. No, you're not. You're just telling me you milled all 3 Albaz. Sure thing. Milling all 3 Albaz is super unfortunate in my opinion. No way that's the last card in hand. It probably is, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because they have all 3 Fallen of Albaz in their grave. 1, 2, and now 3 in the banished zone. Rebellion effect. Discarding. Okay, thank goodness it wasn't actually that. But I am going to activate Effect Veiler on your Rebellion, meaning that you don't actually get to do that. So, I believe I don't have any extra names. You still get to search for your Kit or Albion though, which is annoying. And now you're completely locked out of Fallen of Albaz's. Aha. Albion effect. Sure thing. Oh right, they have this card. I always forget the newest branded lists actually play this card. Because this card is a strong card, it's just always a bit confusing to me. Activates a monster effect. I see. I'm going to be activating my trap effect instead. And special summon from my graveyard Blue Eyes White Dragon. And that is going to activate my monster effect, which is main, but you're probably gonna Mercuria that. Regardless, I should be winning from here, I think. So, I activate Wishes, tag out into Tyrant. Tyrant effect. Did you draw Max C? No, it's probably just the effect of Retribution engraved. Honestly, that's probably fine. If it's a Max C, that'll be extra annoying, but it's probably fine and not Max C. Okay. Tyrant Tribute to summon. At this point, I can True Light set the wishes. Wishes discard Blue Eyes. Search for Sage and something else. This banished is annoying. It's still undercalled by the grave, but it should be fine. And it was fine. That means it is now time for Diamond Tier 3, which means I probably have enough now to get 1,000 extra gems. Nice! Time to purchase some packs of the newest set of Master Duel. Wasn't surviving that game? Yeah, even though it was a bit of a grind game later on. I was just winning right there and then that turn, I think, because I had multiple Blue Eyes White Dragons, and also a bunch of other things that were very silly. This deck is generally a very silly deck in general. Double Wild, I like Double Wild. Double Wild is a very nice printing of a card in Supreme Darkness. I like that they're printing cards in Supreme Darkness in here. What I don't like is that they're printing the Atlantean cards in Supreme Darkness in here, because the Atlantean cards are kind of toxic as all hell. Agnum Day! That is important. Ceolantis! That is dust fodder. Nothing like hand ripping? Yeah, nothing like hand ripping. Thankfully it's not that popular, is it? That's early. The main thing I'm worried about is, well, in the near future, Konami is obviously going to release Malice in Master Duel. Why is this a super rare in Master Duel? This was a common in the TCG, even. Is it because of the Kaiju Association? It's probably because of the Kaiju Association, isn't it? Argo Star's Fierce Path. This was also literally just released in the TCG. Hi, Kerr, Natalie. Hi, Kerr. Welcome. I hope you are doing well. Dun. Da, 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 da. Time for some further grinding with the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, this seems like a pretty good player. Right. Time to duel and time to do it. Hopefully I can open some Dominus Purges. Or other cards like Dominus Purges that are also hand traps. Magnamut and Nibiru are decent enough. You kinda got done dueling one of your friends with a Punk Centurion deck? Ah, I see. That's fair enough. Punk Centurion is a very cool deck, in my opinion. But the Punk cards are not legal in the TCG yet, Millennium. Yeah, this is just Snake Eye, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's no way this is not Snake Eye. Oh, you're actually searching Wedju Temple. This makes me assume it's probably slightly more something else than a Snake Eye deck, just in general. So, we're going Moon into Requiem, Requiem into Lacrima. That was a very, very silly place not to hold the on button. I am going to hold the on button after Lacrima resolves, though. Yep. Okay. Now I am going to be activating my Bestial Magnamut. Yay! Board was Auxilil, the Geisha, Blazer, Red Supernova, and Psychic and Punisher. Yeah, that is kind of crazy, if you ask me. Anyway, I have 5 summons for Nib. So, even if my opponent continues to extend with normal summons, and with stuff like Snake Eyes, just simply doesn't matter. Because I search Beryl. Oh, here you go, with the Snake Eyes Doomed Dragon, I assume. Okay, yeah, they're definitely playing the variant that uses Snake Eyes Doomed Dragon. Played into Nib so casually. Indeed they did. Oh, thank you. I am a Go-Yakumo, a lightning spirit, so thank you for the kind words. Dun, 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 dun. So Requiem is in grave, which is annoying because that means they can do this Lacrima shuffle. Are we hooked? I don't think. Wait. Nibiru draws you 2 cards off Maxi? Actually, that makes sense. It says and then, but that's really annoying. I guess Nibiru was designed for the TCG as opposed to the OCG. Well, No. They get to summon out their big little Lacrima by shuffling 2 if they want. But they can't summon out the Desiree. So this means that they don't actually have the Lacrima summon. Lacrima shuffle, which is a good thing. But this means that they do get to the ability to play Caesar, which is not a very good thing. Okay, Lacrima. Lacrima target the banished engraver. Oh right, you can use Fiendsmith's Track to summon Desiree. I forgot about that. I don't think that they will actually... Excuse me? What are you summoning back the Lacrima for? That is genuinely baffling for me. I thought you would be summoning back the engraver. Lacrima's able to summon back any banished card as well, so I don't know why you'd do that. And now you're making Liner? Excuse me? What's that for? Is it for... Oh, you're making Chorozo to go into the rank 4. Right. I forgot about that one. That makes sense. And because original Sinful Spoils is still legal in Master Duel... Wait. They haven't normal summoned yet. Anyways, okay, Natalie. Bye-bye, Kerr. I hope you have a good sleep. Sweet dreams. Bye-bye, Kerr. Bleh, Poplar. I like Poplar. He's funny, but... Come on, you've got to be kidding me. Why is... Why is this still legal? Why is it still legal? Hey, at least we got Snake-Eyed Diabellstar. Also, honestly, I think the ability to go into Typhon here will actually be pretty strong. Like, all the Blue Eyes stuff is very good at countering a lot of the modern Snake-Eye cards. Yep, IP into Princess, into IP again. This is Snake Eyes in a nutshell. Yup. All this is off one card, by the way. The Tract. Linkuriboh, because that card is also legal. And so is Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, for some reason. Flashback. Okay, place IP. How much do they have left in the extra deck? 6 cards. Definitely enough for Appaloosa and also other things. Okay, link for Heater, and then link for Appaloosa using this, this, and this, or maybe this, this, and maybe this, this, and this, or something. I don't know. They might actually use Haggard Lizardos here. Actually, right. They'll probably... Doomed Dragon? You know you can't special summon that from the back row, right? Although I assume it's less to special summon, more to simply have an extra resource in the back row. At least this is the thing. Oh, you're just making Appaloosa. Sure. Set 1 pass. This is gonna resolve and grab myself a barrel. So, well, I probably would have liked to draw that earlier, by the way. If I activate wishes... It's probably just normal summon barrel, then attack into the Appaloosa. They get IP. Bleh. Wait, if I attack into Flamberge... If I attempt to go battle phase, they're probably gonna use the Flamberge. Okay. They're using it. Gonna use the IP here? Sure thing. That makes me happier than anything else. The fact that I got them to use up their SP on my Nibiru. So... this is banished. This searches because original Sinful Spoils are still legal. And this revives the Ash. And I'm pretty sure Poplar's at 1, yeah. Oak's at 3 and Ash is at 1. Send Apo to the Gulag, please. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, Sinful Spoils of Subversion? I was actually worried for a little bit there. I'm not gonna draw that. I don't want to draw myself. That would be very silly. Yes, I will continue my main phase. At this point, normal excuse me, did I just... That is annoying. Or at least they... Well, they can special summon the barrel. So I guess in this case... yeah, In this case, I'm gonna Wishes discarding True Light. I think I can actually do this, maybe. It'll be annoying, but... Oh yeah, sure, that's fine. I don't actually mind that. Activate Roar. Actually, wait, why am I activating Raw? I should have discarded Raw. Bleh. That's how it goes against Snake Eyes, though. Snake Eyes is like one of the hardest decks to beat. If you're going second against it. If you're going first against it, it is actually very easy. Do you know why it is very easy to beat going first against it? Because it is just kind of a glass cannon. Even if it does stuff, it doesn't do stuff going first. Not really. Do stuff going second? Sure, that is fine. I am going to allow you to activate your engraver. Search a tract. And then I am going to Ash the tract. Because that is what this deck can do. Bonfire and engraver. Sure thing. Excuse me? You're not activating the popper? Why are you not activating the popper? That makes sense, I guess. Also, hi Hiker, JJ Hero X. Hi Hiker. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're searching for the Yazama cards. Oh, they're summoning Mir Arceolaco. At least that's a slightly better thing. So they have in hand... They don't have in hand a Poplar, they're searching for presumably a wanted seeker of sinful spoils. I care a lot less about this than I do about... care about a lot less about Fiendsmith than I do about this. They're still able to activate the tract. Grab the Lari effect, Lari Lacrima, blah blah blah. Everything like that. To my knowledge, they have Hallowed Examiner engraved. They had a Poplar. I'm going to affect Vela if they normal summon after I do stuff. But I kind of severely doubt that they're going to do that. I do at least know that they have Lacrima now, which... Why is she in the Master Duel game this early? Fiendsmith is broken. At the same time... Yeah, I guess it's just Fiendsmith. Fiendsmith's silly. It is a silly deck. I am going to wait. Excuse me? You're summoning Engraver here by shuffling back the Requiem? That is certainly a choice that you have made here. Alright, yeah. This is actually fine, since... Well, I'm gonna activate Nibiru on the summon. Since you have shuffled back the sequence. The Requiem, for some reason, I have no idea why, it was 1200 and 1200, so 2400 attack. So I should be fine. You're gonna get that back. And next turn, I believe you should be able to get something else on board because of... Oh, you're playing Rescue Ace? Sure thing. I'm gonna activate Vela. And that's gonna be the game. Well, unless you're on lineup. Even if you're on lineup, actually, this is still game. Because I draw into any Blue Eyes starter, and I win the game. Da 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 da. Okay, that is the game. You shuffle back your Requiem, by the way. That is a bit of a silly idea. Why did you shuffle back your Requiem? At least I have a lordly load. They're gonna ash me? Sure thing. I simply do not care about Ash Blossom here. I have the ability to go Typhon. So they set their other one. Okay, I know the way to do it. So I call Blue Eyes White Dragon, special summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon, set my True Light, set my Drill Beam, overlay Typhon into Blue Eyes White Dragon, or I could go into the Link 2, but I don't think going into the Link 2 is a particularly good idea. Typhon and Nibiru will beat over the top of the Airlifter and the Sequence, because those are the only effect monsters. I don't care about the Primal Beam token here. And I'll pass. Actually, wait, that's slightly annoying. I just realized because I don't have the ability to use my Typhon's effect, I don't get my thing away. Well, I mean, if you get my Typhon away, that's, like, good for me. Blue Eyes is stuck? Yeah. It should be fine, though. I assume they're going to use something like Requiem's effect to... Or they're gonna use their Desiree's effect. But they can't actually go into the Desiree because they have the Sequence in the graveyard. This person does not know how to play the Rescue Ace stuff. The Fiendsmith stuff, well, do they? Okay, I assume you're targeting the Typhon? Sure, that is actually what I wanted, by the way. I am going to activate my True Light and revive my Blue Eyes White Dragon. And now, since I have my Drill Beam up, you are in the death. Or something. What do I mean? Well, by this, I mean, basically, you're supposed to shuffle back your Fiendsmith Sequence with your Fiendsmith Engraver's effect, so you can use your Fiendsmith Sequence later on to fusion summon a Desiree, even if you do go into the Requiem again. Okay, normal summon Vela, sure. Link into a Link 1 Linkaribo, yes! Nice. That means I have the advantage. Oh, they're gonna go into S-King. That makes sense. Are you gonna banish the True Light or banish... Well, True Light doesn't trigger when banished. Fun fact. True Light only triggers when sent to the graveyard. If it triggered when banished, it would be much worse. Anyway, that's why Dark Magician is a bad deck. So, I'm gonna Lordly Load, declare Blue Eyes. Oh wait, I probably should have gone Battle Phase first. Doesn't particularly matter that much though. Just having an SP out doesn't really matter. At least not to me. What on earth happened to the barrel anyway? Was it banished or something? Right, they ashed the Lordly Load. And in the end phase, I'll get back my blue eyes. Blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes, blue. I love Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's a bit silly of me, since it's a bit bat-chesty, but hopefully this time you will have learned that you shuffle back the sequence instead of the Requiem. Sure thing, opponent who does not know how to play Fiendsmith. Sure thing. Well, it makes me happy, because it means I'm probably gonna win. But like, I really don't deserve this game. They have the ability to go Agnum Day. They could have just shuffled back the sequence and gone for Desiree. But like, why would they do that? When they have Airlifter and Grave, I guess. You know, I guess that actually makes some kind of sense, but like, you've still got 2 spell trap zones blocked up. So, you can only set 2. And also, you only have the ability to have 1 in your grave. So, search for Turbulence. Oh, you do actually have 2 Rescue Ace cards in your grave. Emergency, right. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nordic Level. Hi, Hiker. Also, oh, I just noticed there is a bot that is bannable here. Yay. Bewildered Secret Vi is now banned. So their setting from deck contain extinguish alert. Sure. And using Preventer? Sure. Blue Eyes deck's nice. It is indeed a nice deck. Oh, they're going for Raging Phoenix? Interesting. Do they have the Zealantis OTK? I think they might have the Zealantis OTK line here. Yeah. So, despite knowing nothing about their deck of choice, they still managed to almost lose to me, who was playing Blue Eyes. You must go? Okay. Bye-bye, Urbana. Bye-bye, Cur. And yes, with the Primite Engine, Nordic. Indeed. With the Primite Engine. So 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Promethean Pop-Pop. They get to summon back either Hydrant or their other one. And I think that is still lethal, I think. Yeah. Well, they certainly tried to lose. But I ended up losing instead because I did something very silly. and made a simple mistake early on that snowballed into a loss later. Losing a loser rank? Yeah, that's annoying. But hey, at least I actually won the dice roll this time. Winning the dice roll is a very important part of Master Duel. And this is a very important part of Master Duel too. Drawing absolutely horribly. Activate Roar. Roar for Blue Eyes. Activate Mausoleum. Can't win them all. Absolutely can't win them all. But there are some things that you can win more of. I definitely could have played that a bit better. But as you said, you can't win them all. That was simply not my game to win. No. I love Ruby Carbuncle. I really should have played more when Ruby Carbuncle was the thing. Oh dear, Bellstar, the Black Witch. I see that is a thing that they are going to do. Okay. So, they are going to set from deck Original Sinful Spoils. Well, in response to that, I'm gonna Majesties. Which is enough to destroy them. Do I like Herald Heart? I guess Herald Heart's okay. Playing against Blue Eyes feels like CBT. I like her, Shoop. But I'm not sure what type of CBT you are talking about. There are two types of CBT that are commonly known. Anyways, this will search. How the heck did I open a hand this bad though? That's annoying. There are. CBT can be either cognitive behavioral therapy or something that I would dare not mention on this stream, lest, well, YouTube. Interesting. Alright, you're gonna go into that. That combo, yeah. The Doomed Dragon combo. Why is this deck so dumb? Drink some water? Oh, good idea. Thank you. Honestly. Nah, I'm not gonna imperm that. I'm likely going to save my imperm for when they actually go into Lacrima. Lacrima Effect Ascend Engraver. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? No, I can wait. Besides, they... I suppose I will go back down to the last ranking. Yeah, that happens. Back to Diamond 4 Hell. With more Snake Eyes and more Fiendsmith and more bricks. Anyways, I should probably actually put in the Neo Kaiser Seahorse. I like Neo Kaiser Seahorse as a choice. It's a nice thing. Returned to Snake Eye? Indeed, it does seem like many people did return to Snake Eye as their deck of choice. Could be worse, could be Malice. Or Malchami Flawless. That is honestly fine. So... I'm going to grab an Ether Barrel. Other barrel effect. Set drill beam. Activate wishes. Search for majesty and effect Veiler here. You like how they gave it an animation? Me too! I also like how they gave it an animation before considering giving Maxie an animation. Honestly, I probably just effect to send, then Lordly Lord, effect to summon from deck. So I still have a Blue Eyes Engraved. I activate to place the trap. I should probably also be on Ultimate Fusion, but especially if I'm on 2 Tyrants. Set 2 and pass turn. Now my opponent gets to draw and do things. You thought Roach would have one, honestly? Well, see, the thing is, enough people hate Maxie. Oh, that is a drill beam magnet. Though at the same time, no, I am probably not going to do it. I assume this is going to be a 10-pie deck as opposed to something more conventional, as they would say. Oh, it's actually Sky Striker. Well, that's good to know. Multi-roll is not a hard one per turn though, which is important to note. I'll probably just banish the multi-roll. Okay, Ray Effect. Majesty is a blowout? Yeah, kind of. Especially into, you know, a Sky Striker build that isn't necessarily going first. Because this deck seems to be going second. Okay. That is going to be an effect veiler from me. The Kagari is going to die. And by die, I mean its effect is not going to resolve. And they're not going to be able to play unless they have a further engage in their hand. Oh. That's just how it is though, I suppose. Harpy's Feather Duster is annoying as all hell. I should probably True Light to special a Blue Eyes back first. Do I want a Majesty? There's a Ray engraved, so probably not. It still sees the special summon by the effect of True Light, so I'll still be able to activate my effect of maybe. Except that this is Chain Link 1 and this is Chain Link 2. So that's annoying. But hey, I get another barrel back. And of course, they have to engage. Shark Cannon? Not linkage? Are they not going for the OTK? Are they just gonna Shark Cannon my barrel or something? You know what? Fair. Annoying though. Drill being the continuous spell was the misplay? Yeah, probably. Should have popped it with Majesty instead. And then I could have drill beamed the Ray or something. They don't have drill beam though. And by drill beam I mean the other one. The linkage. Shizuku is presumably going to be searching the linkage though. I don't have many cards I could draw into. I don't think. But I'm probably... yeah, that's not a card that is going to win me the game. Okay. Let me just double check how many ultra rares this deck needs again. Let me just double check how many ultra rares Fiendsmith needs again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 divided by 3 would be 4 cards. That's just not enough to craft a Fiendsmith deck. I guess we're doing stuff. In that case, it's time to continue going first and actually hopefully win. This time, as opposed to lose, which is what has been happening beforehand. Believe me, I'm usually much better than this. Bleh. I don't like drawing extra true lights though. I guess the best thing to do would be to add some additional starters / extenders to this deck. Barrel's gonna set from deck Lordly Load. Lordly Load's gonna grab from deck to hand. The effect of this drill beam that I found. Drawing the Maiden of Light isn't exactly great, but I am at least able to activate it. And by drawing the Maiden of Light, I mean drawing, of course, the True Light. Actually, I probably should have set first and used Drill Beam's Grave effect. Yep, I am going to be adding Mausoleum to my hand. Set from deck the Wishes. What card could they have? I mean, even putting this in grave puts the Fear of God in them, so... yeah. You know what? That's better. At least it's another win. 1. I will go straight onto Diamond from now. Diamond 3 from now. And then I'm gonna win enough games to get into Diamond 4. 2. Diamond 2, I mean. Okay. 1, the coin flip, which I like to call the dice roll because you actually usually roll a dice in the TCG, because coin flips are too, you know. Blue Eyes, Maiden, Lordly Lord. Okay. Lordly Lord for Barrel. Barrel for the trap. And by the trap I mean the drill beam. They do have a trap, it seems though. Okay, that's a maxi. That is quite the annoyance. At least I have a Cold by the Grave to utilize it. Also, I probably need glasses. Well, actually, I know I do definitely need glasses. But still. People are so done with Blue Eyes right now, and it's so weird to see for you. You played Blue Eyes as your main deck for like 2 years. Yeah, that kind of explains it. See, the thing is, Blue Eyes is a lot better now than it actually used to be. Like, a lot better. That's losing the dice roll. But still. Opponent lost them in less? Yeah. That sounds about right. Some people just simply do that. Oh, I opened Imperm. Lordly Load called by Ether and Blue Eyes? Oh, my opponent's on an Engage deck. If this is Sky Striker pure... Oh no, it's probably just Hornet Drones as a mechanism for getting Fiendsmith materials. Because that is a mechanism that is, unfortunately... Excuse me? You're using the bamboo swords in this deck? Yeah, it looks like it's actually pure Striker, probably. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna chain infinite impermanence here, I think. Because I do not want you to get back your engage. Presumably they don't have another engage, otherwise they would be targeting the Hornet Drones. Though they might have another engage. I don't know. I imagine this is some kind of deep draw Sky Striker deck that is just weird. You're just not used to it at all? You love how good it is, you just hope it doesn't get hit? You're biased? Fair enough. That is something that people do hope. So, Ether Barrel... set 1. So in this case, it's probably Lordly Load for Drill Beam. Yeah, Lordly Load for Drill Beam, normal barrel. And then I can set another one, and since I have Blue Eyes in my hand, it doesn't particularly matter. Okay, search for a Widowmaker. This being a pure Sky Striker deck is actually kind of a relief. Oh, I drew a Dominus Purge. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Why would I need glasses? I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. That's true, actually. That's true. That's simply true. True and real. That's just true. All jokes aside, yeah. Your vision is important. You should take care of it if you still have it. Okay, Lordly Load, special from deck. Your vision is bad too. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay. Right, yes, I have this in hand, so I can completely fine. I can go this absolutely fine. Or you know. You have glasses, you just take them off whenever you play Yu-Gi-Oh! True. Okay, Seal's Pass. Maybe I should have set the Drill Beam. Just wanted to be better safe than sorry, though. Okay, Kagari effect, targeting Engage. I will chain my Called by the Grave, targeting your Kagari. That might be an Imperm, actually. I doubt it, but it might be. Oh, Widowink is gonna negate the Erratic Seal. Okay, I'm gonna just add back my Lordly Load then. Or maybe bounce back your Kagari, probably. And now I get to activate, summon from deck my Magnemite. Magnemite gets to search, and now I have Drill Beam, Lordly Load, and Purge. Drill Beam and Purge together. Lightning Storm, my back row. I might as well actually activate this. I do still want to keep my Lordly Loads online. You could technically add back Call By? With what? I am not certain. What do you mean? Oh, Magnemite? No, you can't do that. Bounce it back with Erratic Seal? No, that doesn't work, I don't think. If something's activated and it's not a continuous, that doesn't work at all. So Rose into Hayate direct for 15. Oh, you're just using... Oh, clever, actually. This effect destroys my Magnemite, and this effect dumps from deck to grave. Very clever. So at this point, they're going to go into Cursed Bamboo Sword. Then I believe they're going to go into a second Shizuku. Oh, no, they're not going to go into a second Shizuku. That's kind of a surprise. I think I'm going to add back my Erratic Seal, by the way. Nice! A surrender. Which means one more win to Diamond Tier 3 again. And I will be correct. I did indeed go the complete way to... from Diamond 4 to Diamond 3. Going first, though I really should add some more cards in. Yeah, like, see what I mean? This would be completely fine if I just added in a couple of Neo Kaiser Seahorses. Actually, this is still completely fine. No, wait, it's not completely fine. It's mostly fine. Imperm? You know what? Sure. The Max C allows me to turn my Drill Beam into Disruption as my opponent plays. And I am actually playing 3 of this instead of 2, mainly because, or also because there's a Triple Tactics talent sleeve. I am going to Max C before the standby phase. Cross out Designator. That's annoying. Standby main. Normal Lacrima. Actually, given that it's a normal summon of Lacrima, I don't actually want to interrupt until they summon their sequence. Once they summon their sequence, that is the most vulnerable period of time when, you know, they're most likely to actually do things. Because they've already normal summoned a monster, they can special summon back the engraver. Losing the minigame is quite frustrating, but I don't think I'll lose the game entirely. Losing the spirit is also a bit annoying, but I'm sure it'll be fine. All I have to do is draw one playable card. One singular playable card. And I will be completely fine. And they even got rid of their Requiem for me. How kind. Attack for 36. Sure. And main phase 2, they're gonna attempt to use their sequence. That makes a bit more sense, because they get more damage in here than the sequence is, or they're just gonna go for Caesar. Caesar or Lars, but Caesar makes the most sense, because Caesar is quite good. They don't have Requiem in there though, which I'm happy with. So I need to draw fewer good cards. Oh, at least I already have an imperm. I'm gonna imperm the Caesar. They have something in response. Oh! They have their own drill beam. Interesting. If I'm... Actually, wait, yeah, obviously I'll go Typhon. Sure thing. Typhon bounces the Caesar, attacks directly for 29. And then I set imperm. Which imperm is actually good disruption here, since they don't have any links in graveyard. Which, in my opinion, is quite good. They were very greedy with the effect of... with the, like, Requiem to do something, though. They have a white dust on in hand, I know. Drill beam's already engraved. Setting roll from deck, I see. I guess the best option here is Engraver into Requiem into Lacrima into Sequence. Yeah. And then my imperm prevents the Engraver from actually getting over the Typhon. They probably should use... They already did use the drill beam. Requiem for Lacrima. Lacrima's probably gonna dump Paradise. Well, at least I know they have a drill beam. Yep. Paradise engraved. Either they're gonna overlay for a rank 4, or they're going to just simply make a sequence. Dog gone crazy? Yes, there are 2 dogs going crazy, as a matter of fact. But, you know, they are adorable pups. I love them. Activate, and I chain imperm. They do actually have Sequence Lacrima engraved, and by Sequence Lacrima I mean Requiem Lacrima, so this doesn't matter as much, but it is still quite annoying. Are you gonna summon white? Oh, you're playing Blue Eyes? Interesting. So they have Blue Eyes, they have a Roar, and they have another card. Oh, I drew into a Lordly Load. That's quite good, just... I suppose I'm gonna activate my Drill Beam here to reveal this and show and target the sequence. They could chain their Drill Beam because... Bleh. They didn't train their Drill Beam. They're clever. Yeah. Fair enough. Good game. And with that, I will probably have to finish up. Thanks everyone for coming along and watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope to see you again soon in the future. Bye bye, Kerr. Bye bye, Kerr. Love you. Bye bye.